Alright, everybody. Hello there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad to be here, as always. So I am back today with Subnautica. It's been a really long time since I played this, or at least it feels like it has. And I'm excited to get back into it. Look at that. March of this year, you guys. It's been so long. So yeah, I'm excited to be back to the game. Hey, Merthwin's here. Hi, Merthwin, and TH by extension if TH is there. Yeah, it's interesting. I was thinking throughout this week, essentially, I'm really debating what to play now. So I finished up Dragon Quest XI, or at least I finished up the main story. I finished up DuckTales. That took only a few weeks, and so that was DuckTales Remastered. I at least played through again that thing. Oh yay! Woo! Subscribe with Twitch Prime. Thank you so much, Marathon. Hooray! Subscription. So I played through Dragon Quest XI. I played through the DuckTales. Finished up both of those. And now I'm like, I genuinely just don't know what to do. So I'm just sort of grabbing and figuring out stuff because there's a ton of games that I'd love to play. I was thinking about earlier this week about SNES games. So I've got the mini SNES. I actually have it right here. I don't know if the cables will reach. There, you can see the edge of it. Right there. So I've got that. Oh, dang. I'll pause real quick. So I've got that, and that has some of my favorite games of all time. It has my literal favorite game ever, which is Mario RPG. But then it also has a bunch of other great games on it. So it's got Link to the Past, which I really adore. I am a huge, huge fan of Link to the Past. It's, yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I said Kassar. Why do I have to record this anyway?
Burial detail.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
So one thing I'm excited about in this game is I've actually gotten relatively far in it. But, yeah. Oh, shoot. I need fluid intake, you guys. This game is so pretty. Now, sometimes I forget how gorgeous this game is. I can't make any food? What? Let's see here. Filtered water. So, yeah, like you said, sorry, I keep getting distracted here. Dang it, how do I close this? Tab, that's what it is. So I really enjoy playing the games and all this kind of stuff, of course. And so now I'm just like, I need a nice, like, really, not gritty, but a really big game again. So, you know, like an RPG or something. So I was debating about doing, what's it called? Chrono Trigger. Because Chrono Trigger is freaking amazing. And I actually have it on Steam now. I got it not too long ago because it was on sale. And Chrono Trigger is one of my favorite SNES games, and it's not on the SNES Classic. But yeah, I'm just like, I need some kind of big game, because not only that, but then it'll help my streams too, because I'll have something that's a little bit more consistent, I guess, for lack of a better term, because I can play the same thing for, you know, a few weeks or something, instead of just changing things up every once in a while. Like, I mean, I could sit here and I could stick with Subnautica. You know, Subnautica's a great little game. It's a ton of fun. I really enjoy it. So maybe that's an option. I don't know. So like I would really, I'd really love to hear you guys' opinions about what you'd like to see, if there's anything specific. It would really help me out. Because again, I mean, the fact is, I'm doing this for fun, but I'm also here to help you guys, and I'm here to entertain you guys and show you some of the cool games that I like to play. So you know, the Pokemon. So the Switch. I would have to ask my girlfriend's own tiny child person to see if they'd be willing to let me borrow the Switch again. The thing is, I'm almost done with the Let's Go Eevee. It is fun, and I'll say I said it last time. I'll say it again. I am crossing my heart. I am hoping beyond hope that they end up releasing a version of Let's Go Eevee that takes place in the Gold and Silver region of Pokemon, because the current one that they have uses what's it called? It's in the Kanto region, which is the first one. It's the first Pokemon area, essentially.
Integrating new EDA data. Live particle sequence initiated. Entering planetary atmosphere.
My creators, the cherishers, the sustainers of worlds, gave me this day my daily pleasures, as I give to those who seek pleasures from me.
External temperature approaching critical levels.
Show me the path, lead life, truth and love of mine is the power. I am the one, on and off and on again.
The fudge?
Life is a most universe placed with itself. I am not plain as this bundle of flesh.
Mr. Headshot, awesome name, BT Dubs. You think a variety games is best? So and again, that's part of the issue for me as the person doing this, obviously, is that I like the idea of playing different things and doing it, but at the same time, I'm kind of like I'm kind of thinking, you know, there's a certain satisfaction of seeing something through to the end. You know, you start something, you finish it. So Subnautica is a perfect example of this. This is a great little survival game. It's incredibly well done. It's a ton of fun. There's a surprising amount of story behind it, and there's a lot to do in it that I've not shown, and frankly that I've not seen because I've not played through the whole thing. And same thing, like especially with RPGs. So I mentioned doing Chrono Trigger. I hate the idea of potentially starting to play Chrono Trigger and then not finishing it for people. So I guess RPGs are a little bit more, I guess, worse for wear, so to speak, in that sense. Because it's much harder to sort of stop and go. Because you can be like, oh crap, what were we doing last time and stuff like that. But having the variety is nice because then it's like, you know, get an hour of gameplay, show you guys what's up, how it goes, and see if you like it. You know, and that's why I'm curious what your guys' opinions are, because there's a whole bunch of games I really want to play. I've got Monster Hunter World as well, which I've played a few times. And I really enjoy. I love Monster Hunter. I've made some decent progress on it. There's an expansion for it coming out in not too long. It's actually just a little bit away.
Warning. Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Hey. Okay, so this is problematic.
Passing 200 meters. Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
I don't know if I'll be able to do this. Let's see. So one of the big things with this game is that the idea is it's primarily exploration. And the whole point is that you're trying to find new places and items to build and all that kind of stuff. And eventually you end up like building your own what's it called? You end up building a base, like a literal base that you can use. And so you've got all sorts of tubing and stuff for that. So it's pretty awesome. All right, we can just head straight down here. Giant hole in the side works, I guess.
Signal location uploaded to PDA. Integrating new PDA data.
So this is, it's kind of like a decent number of other games where the whole kind of shtick that you run into is that you're only allowed to go to certain locations for X amount of time. And then after a certain point, you basically need to, I'm gonna head back. I need water first. You need to go back and do stuff. So in this case, in survival mode, you need food and health. You need food, water, and health. And of course, oxygen means that you can't dive super deep, at least initially, and all sorts of stuff like that. But again, you know, I keep meandering about a little bit with this, but for Subnautica, I think there's a certain amount of appeal in just sort of seeing the random stuff going on, and you know, randomly seeing what's happening every once in a while, type of thing. But at the same time, I also think that there's something to be said for being able to see it through to the end. You know what I mean? So, again, that's why I'm curious what you all have to say about it. Oh, I need these guys. Oh, shoot. Hey, hold still. So the little fish that I just grabbed is it's actually a filtration fish. So it allows me to make water that I can drink. I think that when I get out of the seamouth while it's still moving, the thing basically runs into me. And so I keep hurting myself, albeit accidentally. Grab a couple of these guys too. Or try to. Those. I'm out of space. Welcome aboard, Captain. So, like, see this this piping that I have over here? That's sort of what I'm talking about. So this is some of the stuff that you can make and build. So, like, see, I've got a bunch of random stuff in there. So that's what I need to do. Here, let's do this. Part of the issue is that my only fabricator is over here. Just need to make a bunch of filtered water real quick. Okay, cool. Cook this guy. So different animals in the game are best for different
Vital
things.
signs stabilizing.
There we go. Okay. Alright. I think that's pretty good. Okay, cool. Stuff. So, what does it say? Just crimp them on both sides. Okay, so that's exactly what I'm thinking about, Mr. Headshot, is stuff along those lines. Like, what makes the most sense, what's reasonable, what's not reasonable, all that kind of thing. Because, I mean, there's a lot of different stuff that I can see working, or not working, for that matter. Let's see here. I'm kind of curious about this grav trap, but I definitely need another locker, or maybe two. I'm not sure. So this is basically uncharted territory for me. Again, it's kind of a fun thing that I've never done before. So I'm curious what we can do here. Okay. And then my water. Sweet! Alright, so then I can have a locker down here as well. So see, this is nice because it's catching all these dudes. Now, it would be nice if it would catch some of the other guys that I need. So here, let's do this. Let's move it. So I need some more of those filter bros. I need to make sure that I can get them. But I really like Subnautica. I think it's a lot of fun, and that is what I did for a while though. For Dragon Quest XI is I basically played it on Mondays. That was my Monday game, and it's what I did. It was very consistent, very constant, all that kind of thing. And so I could definitely do that again, without a doubt. But yeah, this is my first playthrough of Subnautica. Yes. It is indeed. Wow, all this stuff is very helpful. I don't need a rock. So basically what I'll be able to do now is I can take this stuff with me so that I won't have any issues on my way. Now, does my grav trap have like a little beacon that I can track? Because that would be nice. It doesn't. Okay. I'll just have to try and remember it. But yeah. And that's, for me at least, that's part of why I was so excited about doing this. But yeah. Okay, so... I'm trying to remember what the good ones are to cook versus cure. So I haven't done like any of the base building or anything like that, because that is a huge section of the game that I've basically not touched as of yet, if you're curious. And so that's of course a huge issue, right, Mr. Headshot, is, you know, you're... and of course, for me as a streamer, I've been doing this for years now. But the thing is, I don't have a huge amount of following. I don't particularly mind. I think it's totally fine. I like what I do and I enjoy it. But at the same time, it means that I either basically have to sort of deal with what I've got and sort of accept it, or I have to, where'd my other one go? There it is. Or I have to sort of, you know, just say, oh, it's fine, you know, and I'm dealing with it, and, you know, just sort of stay where I am. It's either that, or I have to actively try and find new viewership. Both of which are totally fine, but, you know, it is what it is. Where is... I don't have my repair tool. Where's my repair tool? Or do I need to make one? Let me see here. Hi, Tiny. And yeah, I'm sure a lot of people do the same thing, where it's more about the idea of, I enjoy watching a particular game, and so I will go and watch people who play this particular game type of thing. So I'm guessing that many people feel the same way that you do. No! There we go. Come on, fix it. Hi, Tiny. And so, like, for me, whenever I watch streams, I'll typically watch streams of people that I like. I generally like the people more, but the thing is that if people are playing games I don't like, then of course I don't want to watch them. So, I'm one of these people where I can't stand the Battle Royale games and, like, those really, what's it called? Oh my god, what's the word that I'm looking for? The sort of current button type games, the really popular ones like, Fortnite and stuff like that. In part because I know I'm not very good at them, so it wouldn't be super entertaining. And secondly, there's just way too much competition with really big streamers who are amazing and do this every day for 8 hours. So that's kind of the issue I run into. And that's why, Monday was always my RPG day, because I would play Dragon Quest XI. So I'm trying to think, what would be another fun RPG to really sink my teeth into. And that's why I was kind of thinking Chrono Trigger, just because it's old school, but it's still really popular. It's really great. The Steam revamp, or the Steam release of it, is okay, at least. It's not exceedingly well reviewed, but it's better than a lot of other games out there. So, stuff like that. And that's why I'm just curious what people think. I know Marathon Win mentioned that she wanted me to finish up the Pokemon game, because on Monday I played a little bit of Let's Go Eevee. I was very generously granted temporary rights to the Switch so that I could play it. What is that? Where's my scanner at? Dang, come on. This is driving me insane. So one thing that I'll tell you guys that's very frustrating is I've had this mouse. I've had this same mouse for, oh my god, it feels like forever. But I've had it for going on 10 years almost at this point. It's been a very long time. And so both the mouse and the keyboard that I have are essentially dying. The mouse especially does not respond nearly as well as it used to, and it's just very aggravating to try and deal with anything right now. Let me see, how do I get over there?
We have multiple alpha signatures on the island's surface.
I'm gonna figure out how I get onto the island surface. Oh yeah, Tiny, you like this game? Oh, Tiny, which do you like to see more? Do you like Subnautica or do you like Pokemon? See, that's the question. But yeah, Pokemon's another fun one that's good to watch and see and all that kind of thing as well. And plus, of course, it's a huge nostalgia trip. I'm really big on nostalgic games. In case anybody didn't know. Right, how do I get up there? I have not seen Rev yet, no. Well, one of the reasons that I really love Subnautica is, or any exploration game, is how, at least some of them, a lot of them do it really well. And this, I believe, is one of them, where you really feel like the world is gradually getting bigger and bigger and bigger because you're able to unlock more and more stuff. You're able to see things that you otherwise weren't able to see and all that kind of thing. So remember, I mentioned my mouse before. The buttons don't work on my mouse, and that's why it keeps doing this. Because when I press a button, the buttons don't actually stay pressed. And it's really frustrating. So that's what's annoying me right now. In case anybody was curious. Kind of just curious what all of these different things are here. Just going around trying to collect some samples of stuff here. So one of the big things in this game is you unlock new blueprints, just stuff that you can build, survival equipment, new foodstuffs, all that kind of thing. And the way that you do it is basically by going around and exploring. Ow. Okay, that was my bee. My bee! I'm fine though. It's all good. No worries.
Integrating new EDA data.
We have to board the Aurora, repair the long-range comms, make contact with the other survivors. We can't be the only two that made it.
Those are not the orders the captain gave me, and they are not the orders I'm giving you.
This isn't chain of command, it's survival.
My obligations as acting commander don't turn on their convenience. Get out of the water.
If I get into trouble, I'll send you my coordinates.
I can't let you go alone.
Then come with me.
You don't leave me much choice.
Received emergency transmission from second officer key 2 hours after last activity.
Oh.
Right then, who's the failure? Intercepted the transmission from Altera HQ. Seems they sent a data package to the Aurora. We were intercepted by a Leviathan-class predator before we could reach the ship.
Oh, dang.
Instead of the CTO and I, lost at sea. Be safe. In. Out.
Well, that's depressing. One of the things that you're doing in this game is you're basically trying to get back. So we crashed, that's our ship right there. I was in an escape pod, and so I'm just trying to survive on this world. Now, I'm feeling like there should be more here that I can explore. More that I can find. And I love it. But yeah, exploration games are always such a joy for me. And that's part of why I love Pokemon so much. I grew up with Pokemon. I played most of the generations. I don't have a 3DS, so I can't play the latest handheld ones, unfortunately. But, you know, I do what I can. And I think the last generation I have of the... of the handheld games is Black and White, I believe. Because X and Y was the most recent one, and so I couldn't get those. But yeah, just exploring, seeing what I run into, all of that kind of thing. It's one of the things that I absolutely adore about games like this. Oh, come on. I need to get a new mouse, you guys. This is ridiculous. It's really frustrating for first-person shooters as well, and that's part of why I don't play them. It's because my mouse just randomly stops having me aim down the sights. Whoa! What is that weird-looking mofo? Ah! Well, clearly it's unfriendly. I'm gonna stab it. Ugh! Get some! Get some! He got some. Take that, evil cave crawler. Now watch, it's like an endangered species. Oh shoot, necessary waste recycler. Well, it's definitely incapacitated. think I can like collect them. Incidentally, this is the first time that I've been on dry land since I've started playing the game. So that's really cool. I'm trying to press as solidly as I can so that it holds. And it worked. I wish that there was a way to call my Seamoth. You know, it's like a Tesla. Like you can push a button and it drives up to you. That would be awesome. Whoa! Okay, this is something. Hey, get out the way! Don't make me stab you. Hey, what did I say? Back off! That's what I thought. Better run. Alright, so now we got new blueprints. Excuse you. What did I say? Right. Come on. Give me a break. This is kind of a fascinating thing because there's like a bunch of weird stuff going on in terms of like what you can see and find. And like I've found some very strange stuff here. So there's a lot of like alien things that we've found at various times. So I'm really curious how that plays into everything that's going on. Ooh, a rifle.
New blueprint acquired.
So this seems like it's all stuff for the base building mechanic, which again I've not actually done at all. Ooh, I definitely need batteries. Get off me! I'm just gonna eat it so that I don't, you know, starve. Part of the issue with this is that once you cook food, then it starts to go bad. So you just need to make sure that you need to make sure that you eat it while you have it. You can cure it, so you can basically make jerky out of stuff. But yeah. Alien data. Purple tablet. Okay. Uh-huh. Really? Algae indicates it was abandoned hundreds or thousands of years ago? You can get algae growth in a month. Whatever. Okay, so I got lots of new blueprints, which I'm really excited about. So see, habitat installations. I want to make an aquarium because I want to have an aquarium. I'm just saying. I just want to have it. And this is like the big stuff that we can start doing, is making the habitat. Again, I really don't know much about it, and I'm super stoked to learn it. So I'm like legit excited about all of this, you guys. This is awesome.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Oh.
Integrating new PDA data.
And one of the other things I like about this is just the sheer amount of life that we see around here. It's pretty awesome. So, oh, that reminds me, another exploration game that I wanted to talk about really briefly, since we're talking about this, is No Man's Sky. So for anybody who is unfamiliar, No Man's Sky, it started off as a Kickstarter. And they basically promised not only the world, but many, 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 many quintillions of worlds, basically. And on launch, the game was absolutely horrid. It was really, really bad. They didn't have anything that they promised virtually, and the game just sort of ended. There was very little in the way of exploration and building and interaction and all that kind of stuff. And now they've actually gone and fixed a lot of the major problems. So apparently No Man's Sky is much, much better now. I would love to play it at some point. It's another one that's on my list. I have a huge list of a bunch of games I want to play, both video games and board games, if anybody's watched my other channel content. I'm a big board game guy. Yeah, exactly. They can get lots of cool fish. I want it. You love No Man's Sky, but that's what I mean. Like, apparently the updates fixed virtually every issue with it, and now it feels like the way the creators originally intended, which is so cool. Like it's genuinely awesome to think about that, and like how big and amazing the world might be. I just noticed that thing is up there. I'm totally heading up. This is cool. But yeah, I mean, you want to talk about exploration games. No Man's Sky is probably going to be the biggest one that currently exists, at least. It's all procedurally generated worlds, and there's literally, I think, quintillions of worlds, which is a lot of zeros. I don't know exactly how many zeros, but it's a lot of zeros. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. So yeah, like this, it's just a really fun experience playing this game. I love it. And of course the company, they released, what's it called? They released the, oh my god, I can't think right now. Ooh, indoor grow bed. Nice. So this is where I can use seeds, is in all these grow beds, which is nice. Okay. So here, let me collect some samples, if it'll let me. Okay, hang on. My inventory is full, so I can drop this. Oh, the lantern fruit is huge. Damn it. Cool. I see the fruit. I don't see the seeds. Are they different? I don't imagine that they're not super different. Oh, PDA.
Integrating new PDA data.
Okay, cool. So, I'm relatively close here, which is nice. Seed is the fruit. See, that's what I thought. I'm a scientist. I know these things. I'm pretty smart when I try to be. Uh-oh, it's getting dark. And I don't think I have a flashlight on me. So yeah, I think I'll look into doing some of the habitat stuff. I don't know if I'll actually do any of it, but I'll at least see what's required for some of it. How does your health react if you dive into water? Let's find out. It's totally fine! Haha! All right. Thanks, Broff. See, I was wondering about that headshot because the thing it made a specific note when I was doing the water because it said very explicitly it was like the water is vegetarian if you or it's not vegetarian water when you use the fish to do the filtration. And I was like, that's interesting. Like, why would anybody care about that? And so it's like, oh, okay, it's because, you know, if you're going to do a vegetarian playthrough, which is one of the fun things about games like this, is that, like, once you play it, then you can play it again and again, and you can play it in different ways and figure out different stuff and different means of doing things. And it's just, I don't know, it's just so freaking cool. It really is. So we'll go over here, and then I'm going to head to that, what's it called? To the other beacon. Okay, so here's this guy. Now, my little grav thing is over here. There she is. Okay. Now, I can't remember... I thought that there was a way to drop a beacon, but I don't remember what it is. Do I need like a flare or something? Beacon manager, there we go. Okay, shoot. Okay, you gotta make a beacon. Fair enough. Did I get anything good? There's a food row. I need a filtration row. What are you? Oh, the hoopfish. Not super helpful, but what else? Alright, take care, Mirthwin and TH. Good luck. I'll see you laters. Oh, okay, it's part of the story. And you know, it's interesting. And I think it's important too to mention that when it comes to story in a game like this is that you don't need a story, but if you don't have a story, then like survival for the sake of just survival is kind of pointless. You know, it's like, why bother? You know, what am I surviving against? Why do I care? Type of thing, you know?
We're approaching the planet now. We have a landing site for you that's...
Oh, shoot.
Well, it's better than the alternatives. We've sent you the coordinates. It'll take us a couple of days to align our orbit. Should be able to establish direct contact with you during that time. Then we're coming in to get you. Cross your fingers, the weather holds. Don't leave us waiting. Sub you out.
Dang. Okay. So I got to go do something here. So here, deployables. So I've got the mobile vehicle bay, but that's all I can make right now. I haven't been collecting any resources. Okay. So like I'm not able to do a lot of the habitat stuff just yet, essentially. Okay. So let's roll out. So here's my vehicle thing. So see the vehicle bay. I can't make anything. I can only make the Seamouth, but still. Like I said, I'm just waiting to sort of do more stuff, essentially. Alright, let's head to the Sunbeam landing site. This is exciting. Alright. Let's go. The worst survival game ending ever is you die of old age. Exactly. It's not fun. It's not interesting. It's just meh. You just die. Ooh. I assume that I've scanned these at some point. Seems like something I would do smartly. Okay. Like I said, it's been so long since I've played this that there's a lot of stuff that I probably did that I just don't remember. And of course, collecting the raw material resources, like you need your titanium and your salt and your sulfur and all this kind of stuff. It can take a while to collect all of it, especially for me because I've got such limited storage space right now. There's a lot to be desired, essentially. Here, let me eat one of my cooked peepers real quick. Just because I've got them on hand. But yeah, it's kind of meh, you know? What time is it? Okay. I've still got a little bit of time. Should be able to do it. Unfortunately, now on Saturdays I'm working, so it kind of sucks. So after this, I've got to get going. Okay, the floating storage locker. That's really what I need. I keep building the underwater lockers. I need the floating one. Again, I need to make sure I have the materials for it. I might have the materials like somewhere. I just need to sort of like unbury them. Oh look, it's another island. Or maybe it's the same island. I don't know. Whoa, what's that? Ooh. I'm just super excited to have all this stuff. It's kind of an interesting thing because a lot of games like this, the survival games, are very much based off of the idea of like you make your own fun type of thing. And of course, the problem with making your own fun is that you gotta figure out what you want to do and you gotta come up with it. So being able to make your own fun is great, but it is important to have at least some kind of context so that you can do something, So I'm assuming that this giant crazy thing is like, what the fudge? Oh, it is the underwater storage. Okay, so it's the same thing. Gotcha. Yeah, I've built, I think, 2 of those so far. I need to build some more. So I am a huge fan of Kerbal Space Program. I love Kerbal Space Program. I suck at it. I am absolutely horrible at it, but it is so much fun. I love the heavy realism that it's got. It's absolutely incredible. So yeah, that's a really fun one. I successfully got something into orbit. That's pretty much all I can say. Yeah, that game is a joy. Okay. Let's see. How do we get into this monstrosity? This is clearly an alien thing going on here. Maybe my little tablets can help me out in figuring out what to do. And I know one of the really exciting things with Kerbal is they're coming out with KBS 2. That was announced at, I don't know if it was E3, but it was in the last couple of weeks at some point it was announced that they're going to be releasing the second one. Okay, cool. Alright, this is wicked trippy. It's interesting because when a while ago I did my
indicate this structure is composed of a metal alloy with unprecedented integrity. No match is found in database performing structural analysis.
One of the things that quite a while ago when I did my marathon live stream, I played Subnautica Below Zero, which is, it's not exactly an expansion, it's not exactly a sequel. I think a sequel is probably the best way to put it to Subnautica. It's the same sort of idea, and it takes place in in the Arctic area of the same planet. essentially. It's pretty awesome. Okay, this is like legit trippy,
The
yo.
best probability of interfacing with this facility is achieved by accessing the control room in the lower section.
Ooh. Yes, let's pick up this random cube that's sitting here that's clearly not important whatsoever. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with Sub-Zero. I thought that it was pretty cool. I enjoyed myself. And in that you get a lot more alien stuff. I should probably scan it before I pick it up. Okay, what can I use or drop or something? I don't have any more water, of course, because that would be too easy. No, it's decomposing. I could really use some water right now. This is not ideal.
Unknown language. Attempting translation.
Let me see what I can get. This is so cool. What? Whee! Oh! What the actual F? My legs are skinny. Why are my legs so skinny? Oh, this is like a launch area. What? Let's see what else is over here. So the nice robot lady said that my best bet was to... That looks like a gun. I'm just saying, I should be able to take that and then go pew pew pew. Oh man. Okay, this looks like a transport thing. This looks like a Stargate. I mean, is somebody going to tell me that's not a Stargate? Because if you say that, I won't believe you. I'm sorry, but I just won't. This sucks because I'm nearly out of water. And that is not ideal. I really need more water. And I don't want to go into like the little dive area thing just yet. Man, this is so exciting. I'm so nervous though. Okay, that's a bomb if I've ever seen one. Yeah, see? Doomsday device. I don't even need the scan to tell me that. I know right away that's a doomsday device. That is clearly a doomsday device.
Scans indicate the facility's control room lies beyond this doorway.
Well, bugger. Oh, there we go. Ha. Let me in, let me in. Ha. Yeah, let's just turn on this mysterious alien facility. That sounds like a good plan, right? It's okay, I have a knife. It's all good. How about we scan this thing first? A 100 megaton nuclear detonation. Yeah, let's roll. Boop. Oh. Ah! Ah! Oh, Jesus! Ow! Rude.
The control panel is broadcasting a message. Translation reads, "Warning, infected individuals may not disable the weapon. This planet is under quarantine."
Wait, what?
Translating background broadcast. Temporary summary to data.
What the fudge? Oh! Oh, dang! That's what happened! Oh, crap! So... that means that our ship was shot down. So the ship was shot down because it was violating this alien quarantine thing. And now we're just sort of stuck here. Holy free holies. So since the whole planet is under quarantine, the aliens are in control of what comes and goes. And so anything that tries to leave or come in gets shot down to prevent whatever the thing is from spreading. We don't know exactly what the thing is, but whoa. And it's interesting because it gave me all of the facilities. Didn't tell me where they are, but it told me what they are. So yeah, like this is
100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
This is like a massive.
Fluid intake.
This is just a massive launch platform. What the? Oh God! No, friend, not foe. Ah! Don't hurt me. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Whoa. So there's a bunch of stuff that's infected with something or other. And that's bad. Holy free holies. Okay, that was scary. That was crazy scary. Alright, I gotta head back. So I'm gonna see about. Alright, I gotta get going. So, God, that was ridiculous. Oh man, woo! Crazy alien mofo in there blasting me in the face. It was very rude, very uncouth. Ooh, alien energy source. I'm a fan of that. I like the idea of potentially having alien energy power my stuff. But for the time being, I need some of those filtration mofos. Because I need water. I gotta figure out if there's a better way to get water. I'm sure that there is. I know that you can... So you can make the filtered water, you can also make disinfected water. I believe to make the disinfected, you need iodine. It would make sense, at least. I honestly don't know. But man, that was creepy. That was super creepy. And I don't think this vehicle has any weapons, if memory serves. It's a big mofo. Okay. And so, like I said, this is essentially how the game controls how far you can or can't go. Is, you know, you've only got so much hunger and thirst that you're able to not abide, but control. And so after a certain point, you know, you have to come back in order to sustain yourself, basically. That's what it boils down to. Okay, I need to drop some stuff. I don't want to drop any of this. I don't need 4 of those. Okay, perfect. It's not a Stargate, but it's close. Huh. Interesting. So one thing that I like knowing about this game is that there is still a lot that I haven't done. There is still a lot that I have yet to see, and that's just kind of cool. One issue that I have is I've got this guy, right? I've got the waterproof locker. I don't know if there's a way for me to move it. Like, I don't know if there's a way for me to pick it up into my inventory. It would be nice if there was. Because that's not friggin' creepy.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Okay, cool. So now I'm in at least a better place. Let's see what I can do here. So storage locker. I think I need 4 titanium. See, deployables. Waterproof locker. Okay. Yeah, see, this kind of sucks because there's a lot of stuff that I'd like to have, but I can't. Okay, cool. Fucking aliens, bro. Alright, so let's drop my locker. I just want some place to put other stuff. Just put random things in here. I don't really care. Right, and then the sunbeam is on the way, so I'll be able to interact with that. Okay, let me just see really quickly some of the stuff that I can make. Some equipment. Purple tablet. Okay, so I can make purple tablets. Compass, don't really care. Okay, so the rebreather would be very helpful. Okay, radiation suit I have. Fins I have. Didn't I get a blueprint for the ultra capacity or something like that? I could have sworn I did. No. See, habitat builder. That's what I need. The computer chip. Oh, that would be nice to have. There's my stasis rifle. What do I need for the computer chip? Oh man, so much stuff. So yeah, see, this is the issue that you run into now is basically you need a lot of stuff. And materials are, they're not super scarce, but some of them are not easy to come by. Ah! Who is this? What? Huh. Naylor Rano. Totes spamming. Fun. Oh yeah, no worries, Mr. Headshot. Not a problem. I've actually got to get going now, unfortunately. I got to get to work. This is a good stopping point for me. Thanks so much for stopping by, though. It was great seeing you. It's always nice to have new people. Hope that you enjoyed it. So yeah, on Monday... Not sure what I'll do. I'm kind of leaning towards Chrono Trigger, but if you guys have any suggestions, please let me know. You can let me know in like on Twitch, on Twitter, on YouTube, wherever you want to go with it. But yeah, so fun times. Oh, and thanks for following! Yay! Phoenix Smith followed. Thank you so much. And yeah, we'll see you around. So thanks so much for being here. Great having all of you. And take care, and hopefully we'll see you on Monday.